Shannon, and welcome to Shannon Reviews, where I just review stuff, and welcome back to Knight Rider Month. Because of Knight Rider's popularity, there were lots of spin-offs and sequels and TV reboots. So I'm going to briefly break down each one, simplify it hopefully, so let's get started.
Knight Rider 2000 brings back both Edward Mulhare and David Hasselhoff, but the audience is left with a dismantled kit. While nice to see some of the original cast again, it didn't have the same edge as the show. It was also a setup for a new series, but because of poor reviews, it never went anywhere.
I don't hate this TV movie, not as much as many other people do. It's certainly not great, but it's certainly not one of the best either. I also read somewhere that David really didn't like doing this, and quite honestly, I don't blame him. It was something that never really went anywhere, but it was made with good intentions.
10 years ago, all it took was one man and one car to get the job done. Now, the Foundation for Law and Government has assembled 5 highly skilled operatives and paired them with the most advanced state-of-the-art vehicles to take on a new breed of outlaw. They are Team Knight Rider.
I personally haven't seen Team Knight Rider, but from what I've heard, it seems like a really good show. When I have the time, when I find it, I might give it a watch. I seriously have no idea what they were thinking. It has nothing to do with the original source material. Granted, it has some guy in a talking car with a female voice, but it literally makes no sense. To be perfectly honest, I started watching this show and then I stopped. Granted, the only highlight was when Peter Cullen reprised his role as Carr in the 2008 series. Unfortunately, it was just the same repetitive stuff over and over again. Kit was more of a transformer than he was a best friend, and the whole show basically was, look at what my car can do, instead of one man can make a difference. If you like the show, that's great. If you don't, that's fine too. I'm personally on the fence. There was some good stuff, there was some bad stuff, but I don't know.
Knight Rider 2008 was an attempt to bring the show to the 21st century. While okay at best, Val Kilmer as Kit didn't work for me. Personally, William Daniels had this wise talk about him, whereas Kilmer just seemed boring. I know that Kilmer is supposed to be voicing an artificially intelligent car, but Kilmer sounded too monotone and so boring that if I were the driver, I would be falling asleep behind the wheel.
As I said earlier, if you like the show, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine as well. People really weren't too crazy about it, and it only lasted the one season. Now, speaking of which, there have been articles going around that the producer of the Fast and Furious series is doing a 2017 reboot of Knight Rider. I, like many of you, want to see that. You want to see David and Kit together on the screen again. I'm not hopeful. And here's why. On IMDb for many years there was a Knight Rider movie coming out. Unfortunately, it's still in development. I don't know if there's a script involved. NBC has been holding on the rights to Knight Rider for far too long. I think David's trying to get the rights to Knight Rider so we can do a series. I know he has Knight Rider Heroes. Hopefully that comes out soon. But I wouldn't hold your breath for any reboot of the series. The original 1980s Knight Rider is a classic. It will always will be a classic. And it just, same with many other stuff that have been rebooted over the years, it just doesn't have that same spirit. The reboots don't seem to have that spirit the way the originals do, and that's unfortunate. So I'm Shannon, this is Shannon Reviews, and thank you for joining me on Knight Rider Month. Bye!